From the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York, welcome to beautiful Citi Field. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the New York Mets. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Zach Wheeler, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the fours, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed to.
Travis Jankowski makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Number 16.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. These Mets, EK, as they take the field here today, well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball, 5-2 over their last 7.
And it's been a good series for them so far here, too. They've been able to take the first 2 games, and now they're set up in good shape to make it a clean sweep.
And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, keep an eye on the dynamic abilities of Will Myers. He does a lot of things right at the plate. He takes the simple approach and pretends to pay off.
Hunter Renfroe comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Trevor Cahill gets the ball in game 3 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he just hasn't been able to get anyone out. Hitters are hitting over 300 against him this year. We'll see if something changes in this one.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting third,
Jay Bruce will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Now a chopper to second. This will be a tough turn. There is Solarte, and they'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all. Yoenis Cespedes will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lays off 1-0. These Padres, Eric, as they take the field this afternoon, it was another loss for him last time out, and that makes him 2-0. And meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Well, I know that instantly everyone's going to start pointing fingers out there, but when you're facing a guy like this, as a pitcher, you have to be allowed to work inside. Look, that'll hurt a bit, but it's just part of the game you have to live with.
Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. Hit out towards second. Solarte fields it cleanly. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here. Will Myers will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
First baseman number 4, Will Myers.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Batting fifth,
Ryan Schiff will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, that was a rough one yesterday, but he's still hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
Well, Matt, Woody calls a good game more often than not. Although he has been known to get a little flack from time to time about his consistency, especially on the corners of the strike zone. We'll see if that comes into play.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Rafael Ortega into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Wheeler into his motion. Here's the 2-1. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Reyes onto the grass. Uh-oh, he whiffs on it. So chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there. Luis Sardinas will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run. And this is low, ball 1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in, so you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Conforto has got it, and the side is retired. Jose Reyes strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Jose Reyes.
And that's in there for strike 1. You have to figure that sinker's going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Sliced hard on the ground. Solarte's got it. Throw on to first. In time, 1 away. With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Padres align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, they have a man on the mound, high ERA. That usually means there's a lot of hard-hit balls. So this defense, they're going to have to be ready with that leather out there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. Slider, and look out, that's up in the danger zone. I'll tell you, he's already hit 1 guy, and he is not afraid to work inside.
No, and as much as I hate to say it, pitchers have just as much right to the inside part of the plate as you do.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2. Wilmer Flores will stand in. He too had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you're right. His last game was excellent, but he just keeps adding to those numbers. Over his last 10 games, he's been hitting over 350. I'll take that anytime.
Lifted in the air out to right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Mets go down. Some fans still trickling into the ballpark as we get you set for the top of inning number 3. Austin Hedges will stand in. Couple of hits in that ball game last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
A little bouncer, but it gets foul. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Trevor Cahill. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Trevor Cahill.
Wheeler gets the sign. First pitch on its way. And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Third inning, no score to this point. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
1-2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Stepping in now, Travis Jankowski, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And he falls behind 0-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Bruce is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Padres down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Zach Wheeler digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Catcher, Zach Wheeler.
To first. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder.
Back to the top of the order now. And standing in now is the dangerous center fielder, Curtis Granderson. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And don't quite know what was going on there, but he's into first base safely.
Now batting, second baseman,
Neil Walker is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. He's set. Here it comes. Down and away. 1 ball and no strikes.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
If you're not an absolute speed merchant on the bases, if the pitcher slide steps, he's got a much better chance of throwing you out. The defense sniffed it out right there. The slide step worked. Great throw to second base, and he's gone.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting reports because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Mets go down quickly. We'll head to the 4th. Hunter Renfroe is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
And a curveball here. Good pitch, but a better take, and it's to 2-1 now. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Swing and a missed good pitch, and it's full now, 3-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
Well, this is a scroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Wheeler's ready. Here's the 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Well, what's the best way to make sure that cleanup guy doesn't get to hit with runners on base? How about back-to-back strikeouts? That'll do the job.
Here's Will Myers. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. So now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Jay Bruce is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Chop foul right by home plate, and it's a ball and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Not only do you not want to lose this guy, you got more trouble right there in the on-deck circle.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
The left fielder, number 52.
Into the box, Yoenis Cespedes. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Got him right in the back. Doesn't feel good, never does, but I can think of a lot worse places to get dosed.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike 1. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And there's a nice little milestone for him. Career punch-out number 1,000. Way to go.
First
Well, it
baseman.
may not seem like a big deal, but he's going to join a group of pitchers smaller than you might think. Only about 500 pitchers in the history of the game have recorded this strikeout milestone. So he's got to feel pretty proud he's now joined that group.
Standing in now, Michael Conforto, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Hit in the air to right field. Renfroe has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Jose Reyes stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First delivery to him on the way. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
That's what you
Now
do
batting.
against a sinker ball.
Catcher.
If that ball's fading away, go right back up the middle with it.
no.
He just bounces this one right into center field.
Hot shot to third. Reined in. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon. Ryan Shipp will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do
Leading
so
off for
against
San
a guy
Diego.
who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah,
Ryan
he struck out the
Shipp.
side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone.
Now
Then maybe your
batting.
offense can go from there.
Left fielder.
Rafael Ortega, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. That's by him for strike 1.
Now he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Two-two pitch is a fastball high, so it runs full. 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And this is handled easily, so quickly 2 are gone here to start the 5th.
Now batting.
Luis Sardinas will
Luis
stand in now with 2
Sardinas.
away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Liner towards second. And that one zips on through as he was in position, but he couldn't knock it down.
Now batting.
Boy, you want a wake-up call as an
Austin
infielder? How
Hedges.
about this one? That's just a duck and cover there.
Into the box, Austin Hedges. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
1-0.
runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Wheeler pauses. Here's the 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Wilmer Flores comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Into the windup and the pitch. Off the plate and low here, ball one. There's his total now, just into his fifth inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
The pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
Throw to first is in time for the first out. Ready now, Zach Wheeler. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Ortega giving chase, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Center fielder, number 3.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And standing in now is the dangerous center fielder, Curtis Granderson. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball one.
And that's where, if I'm pitching, I just pour a fastball in there. You got to figure he'd be taking to give his pitcher a second or two to get himself together over in the dugout.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
And even on 3-0, it's no given that he's going to be taken up there. We've seen him go after pitches in this spot before. He's not going to hold back.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Turned on down the line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down. Trevor Cahill will step in to get the Friars going here in their half of inning number 6.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
That's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
Wheeler sets his sights. First pitch on the way. Travis Jankowski is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble. But not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. He keeps throwing the way he is, he can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Hunter Renfroe stands in as he swings and misses for strike one.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Neil Walker gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Second baseman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but
one count. Here's the pitch. Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2. Hit to first. Myers takes it in, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The right fielder, number 19.
So 1 away in the inning, and here's Jay Bruce. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. No runs, 3 hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Hit hard, but right into the shift. Throw on to first, and Cahill's looking sharp here. 2 away.
The left fielder, number 52.
Into the box now, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Now batting,
Michael Conforto will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. From the stretch. Hit hard back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
and just when you thought this inning was about over, back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches. You can't let your guard down even for a second against these guys.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Line hard toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
And after 3 straight 2-out hits, that's going to earn a visit from the pitching coach. Now, there's not a whole lot of guesswork as to what he's saying. It's just, look, all we need is one more good pitch from you to get out of this. I know you've got it in you.
Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets pick up a run on the Reyes double. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up to start the 7th. It's 1-0 Mets. Yangervis Solarte will stand in here to start the 7th. VK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
That evens it up, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's right there at the belt, 1-2 now.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And I think that's what they were trying to set him up for. Going with that changeup down in the zone on a 1-2 count. Very difficult to react to, but he did a great job.
First baseman number 4.
Here's the first pitch to him. Will Myers started to go around, but it's a called strike, 0-1.
You know, he pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
On to first, and there are 2 down.
Up next for the Padres, third baseman,
Ryan Shipp come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row. He's set down now as the side is retired. At another, Wilmer Flores steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch coming. Here it is. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and you guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the ball.
up next for the Mets, pitcher.
Here comes the Padre manager up out of the dugout heading for the mound.
Your attention, please.
And that's going to be all she
Now
wrote
pitching
here for
for
Trevor
San Diego,
Cahill. Zach
number
Wheeler
52.
will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Number
attention,
2
please.
will be summoned now to
Now
be the
running at
pinch
first for
runner.
the Mets, number 2.
David
Hitting for the
Wright
Mets.
will get the call here as
Number
he'll hit
5.
for the pitcher.
David Wright.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Textbook starts of the inning right there. Back-to-back hits have him in a good position to maybe stretch out this 1-run lead.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game into the seats. 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. And low. It's a ball and a strike. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? The second for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Yeah, that's good hustle getting down the line. A double play could have really put the brakes on this rally, but he's able to beat it out on the back end just to keep things going here.
Now a snap move over to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Renfroe is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And he is out at the plate. Trying to extend the lead to 2. Instead, he's cut down, and the inning is over. Number 2 is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 2. Now pitching for the New York Mets.
Will be summoned from the bullpen now. He'll take over to start inning number 8.
Egan.
Leading off the inning, Rafael Ortega, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Luis Sardinas will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
Eric Goodell will get the call here as he'll take over with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. In tied at 93, ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. 1-2. Here it comes. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. And the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning. Brett Wallace will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 39, Brett Wallace.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Jay Bruce. Christian Bethencourt is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 12.
And there is Jay Bruce. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. A quick out number 1.
The left fielder, number 52.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Yoenis Cespedes. He singled his last time up. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Jankowski on the move. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now
Michael Conforto digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 11 for him on the season as the Mets are out in front now 2-0.
You have to wonder now if this home run might wind up being plenty here to get the job done. That'll make this a 2-run ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. That could be more than enough to finish these guys off.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. Myers is over to take a look. 2 out, nobody on. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Heading for second is Reyes. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
And this is a good sign that he might be ready to break out of this slump of his. I can almost guarantee you that he talked about this with his hitting coach. Take the ball the other way. Use the whole field. You can do that, good things will start happening.
Hit to short. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. Corey Spangenberg is going to be asked to try and be the rally starter as he's up off the bench, ready to lead it off in the 9th. Addison Reed is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Addison Reed.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shocked is more of the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit? I just don't get it.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball. He's behind in the count 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitching. That's usually a fastball.
Center fielder number 16.
Travis Jankowski will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Reed's ready, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you get a good sense of his value to this ball club watching this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, and now they're an out away from wrapping this thing up.
In now, Hunter Renfroe. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. And now a crowd reported at over 28,000 rise to their feet. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, I think that just cements something that we already knew. Reed is one of the best young closers in the game, and he works the final inning here to earn himself a save.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really came through with a dominating pitching performance.